Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. Don't know if anybody. Oh, hello. There's somebody in here. I wonder who's here. I'm ready to start talking music and everything. So wait until a couple of people come on and start talking to me. And so, first of all, I'm just going to tell you what I played today before coming on. Now, I also want to talk about a couple of different subjects on this one here, all about music, of course. I want to talk about album lengths. Like, is your preferred album length? What type of albums do you like to listen to in long form? Which albums do you think is too long? Which albums do you think even though they're long, they don't feel as long as they actually are? That type of thing. So that's the kind of thing. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I want to talk about on this channel. Oh, hello. Finally, we're starting here. Hello, Doug. Thank you for joining me here. And so today, I was playing Can, okay, the singles, and this is an hour and 20 minutes long. An hour and 20 minutes long, but I was doing a lot of cleaning while playing this. Yep, I was cleaning. I organized quite a bit already, so I'm pretty much ahead of the game. But this was the perfect album to put on while I was cleaning up. And then after that, just for the change of mood, okay, because I also got Aqualung, okay, a couple of days ago. I was going to play that, but this is I gotta dedicate the time for it because it's an hour and 15 minutes. So I put this on instead, which is a local band around here called Le Moon Tune. So this is only 40 minutes, but again, it set the atmosphere. It was perfect. I could clean up my room, and it was perfect to put on. I mean, it's still in the player right now because I've been playing it. Yeah, today I played the videos for my 25th anniversary of the world's biggest selling album of all time. Hello, Ethan. Thank you for joining me here. Yeah, I'm going to be staying on for at least an hour, depending on how well it goes. An hour and a half. So, yeah, glad that you're here to join me. Um, Anything you guys want to tell me or ask me, music related? Now, yeah, I've been thinking a lot about music, like album length, and whether or not it's worth. Like sometimes you don't have time to listen to a big full album. Like I wanted to listen to this earlier, okay, but if to listen to the whole thing, I would have missed some of the I would have missed some of the live chat, to finish playing that. I didn't have enough time. That's why I put in Le Moon Tune because it was a lot shorter and it fit the mood. But I'm anxious to play this. I haven't played it yet, but I'm anxious to play it for sure. Definitely, definitely played the Michael Jackson though. Like I said, I played the videos on this, and it's great. It's great having the actual videos. I like when CDs when you get an anniversary edition that actually has the videos with it. I have my ZZ Top that has the videos with it. I have my Rob Zombie that has the videos with it. I have I have a CD by even Weird Al Yankovic. I have a CD that has some videos on it. I love when they do that. I just love owning the videos. Like even when some of my DVD collection for my music, I have like with the Offspring, I have all their videos. I have Suzanne Vega, all their videos. I have yeah, I have Ozzy, all like pretty much all his videos, all his main videos back in the day. So I love them. I need to play them more. I got videos for a lot of videos for Rush. I think the band that I have the most videos for is Rush. It's the stuff I have the most concert stuff of. It's one of my bigger sets that I have besides my KMFDM. So I have a lot of cool a lot of cool video stuff. Yeah, I because again, I was addicted to the MTV, because that was my source for the best music that I could find. Whatever came on, much music that was like, oh, that's exciting. I gotta hear more of that. That's what drove me into the record stores to buy actual CDs. No, I'm always gonna be raving about getting the physical copies. So, as you also may know, I had gotten some Star Trek DVDs. Okay, the first thing I ended up opening was the Next Generation. I've watched a few episodes already, and while doing other things too, I've been getting back into drawing. So I'm inching closer to finishing my second drawing for Glenn. But I got as far as disc 3 episode, the third episode on there, Haven. So the next episode I need to watch is the goodbye, the big goodbye. Look at this set. I love it. I love how it closes. Open it up, and I put because that was on the back cover. I cut the sides off so it fit better, and I stuck it in the back. But it comes with a nice, an interesting booklet that I thought that was an interesting thing, and like kind of impractical to me. I think it's cool. Well, the cool part is that it has this really nice this nice fold out, okay, of all the cast of the first, especially for that first season. Riker before the beard, and it has a little blurb about it, about the first season, and it has the character profiles of all the characters. But what I thought was interesting is that it has the episodes in alphabetical order. In alphabetical order. So it shows you what disc they're on. It's like, why would that? I guess that would be convenient to certain types of fans, but to me, it doesn't matter because I watched them in order anyway. Oh, yes. Okay. When listening to some of their music, you can hear Black Sabbath's influence, the song Megalomania. Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's true. Every artist is influenced by other artists. Okay, I think it was David Lee Roth who had said some of the best artists. Okay, is those who can take from other artists, mix it all up, and you just rearrange it in a way that makes it sound different enough. But there's so much influence. Like I was listening to even this. Okay, this this band here, the Moon Tune, on this, they mixed up like I can hear so many different genres, and they're nailing all these little different genres. It's like there's about 4 or 5 different genres within this album, but it has such a beautiful flow, and there's some rhythm album. I'm loving this. I'm actually really loving this. It's a good mood. It sets a good mood for getting into other things, and you don't have to concentrate too much on the music. On like you don't have to focus on any lyrics. It's all just a totally 100 about that vibe, the music that it has. But yeah, there's a lot of. I also hear even some of the Motorhead influences in Metallica's music. Oh yeah, no. Black Sabbath set a tone that no other band had heard before. So when they hit big, I love my Black Sabbath that I have now. I'm so glad that I ended up getting all what I got for Black Sabbath. Well, I do want to get the other ones. I will give all the other ones a fair shake, even all the other ones without Ozzy, even the weird ones. It doesn't matter. I think I will enjoy them, you know. But I still may some of the later ones. I still may. I know I want to get Born Again, for sure. I know I want to get Mob Rules. I don't need to sample those. But some of the other later ones I will be sampling before getting them. I won't be sampling 13 before I get that because I know that's going to be good. Ozzy, of course, I trust in Ozzy. I trust for sure. so so there's no problem with that. But but yeah. Oh my God, there's so many. Yeah, now that I only need one more ACDC studio album, and I have all of that. Still can't wait to get Hard Day's Night. There's so much music I need to get. So little, so little time, so little, and you're on budget. But I haven't even opened my Voyagers yet. I'm only going to be opening them when I'm ready to play them. Once I'm ready to get into it, that's only when I'm opening them. So that's why I didn't do a grand opening because there's Star Trek and it's kind of a big deal for me. I grew up on this stuff, and it's fantastic. You know, rediscovering watching this after so many years because I have seen them at least twice. The original airing and the rerun. Some of them I think I only may have watched once because for some reason I haven't. I've been able, but yeah, and I'm such a nerd. Okay, I am such a nerd that when it came to the moment, like in this first season, when Picard made was talking about to Riker about making Wesley Crusher an acting ensign, and he was acting all like nonchalant about it. It was like, we gotta make him an acting ensign. It brought a tear to my eye. It did. Let's catch up on some. Born Again is awesome. Wish they did more stuff with Ian. I'm looking forward to getting Born Again. Actually, I do. I know that I do like that album. It's all the stuff after Born Again that I don't know. And I haven't even heard 13. Okay, even the song Battery, very fast singing with their music. Yeah, Battery is so Motorhead. It's so Motorhead in many respects. Yeah, yeah, I like it. uh, So Dehumanizer is another great album with Dio on it. Oh yeah, yeah. I still need to replay my Last in Line and Holy Diver again. I think I've only played them the one time since I bought them, but I know I want to play that again. I also want to play my Rat box set that I got that has the 5 albums on it. I need to play that again. I very much enjoyed that. So yeah. So yeah, I'm having a pretty decent weekend so far. I cannot complain at all. You know, as as hard as work is I'm actually kind of getting into the pacing of my work right now. They got me just packing trucks right now for the last week, and it's been glorious. It's been fun, Even though I do most of the work there, but packing the trucks. Um, I don't want to disparage anybody else, but yeah, I kind of work circles around everybody else. But I love it. I love it, and it's not stressing me out anymore like it was. So that's why I've been concentrating more on trying to give you some more cooler content to watch. Like trying to come up with different ideas for videos here and there. Like for example, doing my sequels, like doing a video about song sequels, trying to get ideas from different sources, but still try to give credit to the source. I don't want to just steal other people's ideas and not give them credit for it whenever possible. So yeah. So any questions? Anything else you want to talk about? I'm here for you guys. I am still waiting for my copy. Good thing to bring up right now. Um, I'm not a Prime member with Amazon, so I'm just your like I'm just a beginner casual purchaser of Amazon. So my copy, unfortunately, is only coming in at the end of the month. At like about 6 more days. 6 more days, and I'll have my copy. I guess I could listen to it on Spotify and give you my review. I mean, I'm going to get it, and when I do get it, I'm going to do my, my very intense, laying down, blindfold on, just me and the music and intent listening. That's, that's what I really want to do when I get it. Like I did with all the other Sparks albums. All the Sparks albums that I got, at least at one point, I had, I did the intense, active listening. You know, there's bands that I like to put on for passive listening, and there's other stuff that's active listening. Never really gotten into Sparks. Where would you start? Maybe the new album, the last couple of albums, like The Girl Is Crying in Her Latte and Mad, the new album would be a great place to start. But I would say, you know, yeah, and they're different styles. It all depends on what you're looking for because you get the awesome disco stuff of Number One in Heaven. You got the classics of Kimono My House and Propaganda, and then you got Angst in My Pants, which is more rocking, or even or even Womp That Sucker. So I would start with those. I think those are the better places to start for sure. Oh no, I'm sure I could hear it on YouTube. I saw all the videos that they posted for that. So basically, I heard half the album already. So I know I can play it on Spotify. I do have Spotify, and I can play it there. It'd probably be the best place for me to listen to it. Like I said, though, 6 more days, I'll get it, and then I'll let you guys know. Yes, yes, Doug, exactly. Ethan, start with past tense. I have the 3 disc set of it. It goes through everything. It goes through everything. Guaranteed, there is gotta be something on there you're going to love. Okay, there. That's what I say about Sparks. You just have to find that hook that brings you in, and then then the rabbit hole opens up. Once you get that one Spark songs that connects with you, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Angst in My Pants is the more rocking one for sure. So yeah, I think you'll like that. It's up there as one of my favorite ones. Like it's exchanging with Propaganda and a couple of others, and Number One in Heaven. Like I say, I've been playing Number One in Heaven so much lately. It's so catchy and so good. I keep wanting to grab Number One in Heaven because I love the length of it. Yes, check out that greatest hits too. Yeah, I because like I said, it has everything. Past tense, so much good stuff on that. But yeah, what was I going to say? But yeah, when it comes to Sparks, it keeps getting better and better and better. I gotta get more Sparks albums. I gotta get Indiscreet. I gotta get Woofers and Tweeters clothing. I gotta. There's so much I gotta get. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking over at my Sparks collection. It's a nice like a pile of Sparks. And I love that I have those. When I started to collect Sparks, I thought for sure that I was going to have just a little bit more trouble than I have with finding Sparks. I'm actually so happy that I found as many that I could find. So yeah, I mean, also thanks to Larry Gray for sending me a couple of Sparks albums. Mhm. You have to hear over and over to understand it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because there's with Sparks is so multi-dimensional, it's so multi-layered. You can start digging, and you almost have to reach China before you discover everything from Sparks that's wonderful. Like what I find I love about Sparks the most is that it's joyful music. It's like even the sadder music. There's sad songs in their repertoire, But even that, there's still an enjoyment in it. It's still kind of joyful, and even in the sadness of it. I don't know. I love Sparks. They brighten my day. They make me happy. They make me smile. I wake up and I see that poster, and it makes me smile. Oh yeah. And you know what? Oh, why am I having that? I need to do this. I need to put this going up because yeah, because I did I did get a new subscriber. So yeah, that's I have to put it like that. So I don't know who it is. Otherwise, I would give him a thank you, thank you, thank you. But I am thankful for everybody who subscribes to me. You guys are the best, especially people who enter the chat here. I love you guys. Again, anything else you want to know? Oh, I am working my way through that song I'm writing for Metal Guru. Using this because I can use a combination of this and my other Casio, and I'm coming up. I found some great dark tones that will make that song sound a lot more heavy metal. And what I like about this, I kind of like I discovered while playing it, is like how did I not realize that? When I have a tone, okay, and I keep that tone pressed, right? As long as I keep it pressed, it will stay on that tone, and I can change the tone so that the other keys will be in an extra tone. And as long as I keep the original tone pressed, it will stay that original tone. So I can have like a bass tone while pressing, while keeping it pressed, and I can have like trumpets on the other one if I need it. You know, for example, and it's only when I let go and press it again will the new tone take over. But I can keep that previous tone, keep going, and it's opening up some possibilities for like, yeah, I can now. I know how to make the tones I'm looking for to give Metal Guru that heavy metal kind of dark, flavor that's gonna be awesome. So I'm about 60 to 65% through with uh with creating that song for Mel Guru, and 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 I end up getting something that's I yeah, it's so awesome. I ended up finding, you know, it's the neighbor next door. Okay, she kind of moved out. She's moving into a better place for sure, and she left some things behind. And one of the things she left behind was, yeah, she's a wonderful woman, great neighbor, But she left behind a pocket music dictionary. It got so much in it, so much in it. There's a yeah, what it has in it, it has notation and theory terms. Okay, it was all that first part. Then there's another. The second part is um what is it? It has instrumentation, including folk and ethnic instruments, pop music, electronic music, and music business terms. There's no yeah, dictionary of musicians. More than 450 capsule biographies of composers and other musicians, noting date of birth and death, nationality, historical period, area of composition, and major works. And then there's a reference charts at the end. So yeah, from A to B, like from like A to Bach and all that good stuff, all these cool little terms and examples. So it's going to teach me so much about music. Oh, I love it. I love it. Some charts at the end. You get the circle of fifths, the dynamic signs and symbols. I'm stoked. I'm so stoked on this. I mean, guitar tablets or notation guide. You know, I mean, I don't play guitar anymore, but that's very handy to know when you're playing guitar. The miscellaneous symbols, miscellaneous ornamentals. Oh yeah, I am so stoked. I am going to be using that to widen my understanding of music. Oh, I am learning a lot. I do have some hang-ups though, of course. I'm still learning. Well, I'm getting better at the timing, okay, because you gotta know your tempos. You gotta know 4/4, 3/4. I'm 8/8 4, or whatever, however you want to count it. But my problem is that I don't have the greatest limb, independence. So when I'm trying to play, like just say I want to try to go, boom, 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 boom. Okay, and keep that rhythm going. I My right hand will want to follow the same pattern as my left hand, and it bugs me because I can't keep the same flow going with my left hand and do something independent with my right hand. It just doesn't work. I have a little bit more control of that if I cross my hands. If I'm trying to do my bass with my right hand and do it like just crossing over the hands. So, but I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning so much. But yeah, I need to develop my own method for creating good songs. I mean, I would have the same problem with playing drums. I would have to completely set my. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. It does, and I have been practicing. And I have been practicing for sure. Like if for me to play drums, I would have to completely set up the drum set in a way that I could do almost everything another drummer would be able to do, but the limbs would have to be doing separate things than a normal drummer would be. I would have to keep the instead of using my right foot to keep that beat, I have to use my left foot because as soon as I use my right foot, my right arm wants to do the same as my right foot. But if I'm using my left, then I have more independence on my left that my leg is not interfering with. It's weird how that works with me, but yeah, I love music. If I can learn to play any instrument and every instrument, I would. I have a recorder, like one of those flute recorders in my drawers that I wanted to practice on one day, you know, because I love music. I love making melodies. I like making, you know, and I've been learning so much and getting. I just got this today. I just got this today. So yeah, like I was so joyful when I got this. It's going to teach me everything, you know, every little term, everything I need to know. Like, you know, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that just opens me up because yeah, I love music. I love music. So, what have you guys been listening to lately? Let me know. Anything that I should be checking out that I haven't talked about on my channel that you recommend. Um, I would learn every instrument I could if it didn't take a lot of money and to be yeah. That's why I'm sticking to my keyboards right now. I mean, I would love to be able to get a bass, but I kind of picked you know a bass takes a lot more space, and you would need to get the amp and all that stuff. Oh, been listening to Boston's debut a lot recently. I should listen to that. I don't mind Boston. Boston's not a bad band at all. I should check out some more Boston. I know I like their early hits for sure. That's cool. That's cool. And you've been liking it? So you said you've been listening to Boston lately, so you've been really getting into it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I don't mind Boston. I would get into them. Um I don't have much left in my box to listen to. All I have left in my need to get to box, I need to replenish it, of course. And because I've been wanting to get around to playing these, I haven't actually played them since I got them, but I do want them. That's why they're in the box. Like my my Can singles was in there, so I ended up playing it today, so that's why it's not in there anymore. I still want to play the Widespread Panic again. I still need to. I played this already once, but I have it in there because I still want to play it again. I really like that, and I only played that once. I still haven't played it a second time yet, so that's why that is still in there. But I will be. I want to kind of go through these five first before filling it up with new stuff. But yeah, I cannot wait to get the new Sparks album. Like I am kind of disappointed. Now, Larry, being the awesome guy that he is, okay, he had offered to do something for me, and I kind of declined, because I could do it, but no, I can wait, right? Because I was going to get the Sparks album a little bit late. Larry said I could have sent him some money, right? He could have ordered it, right, like he could have ordered it and I could get it the next day. And yeah, I could do that, but I know mine is on its way, and I just don't want to cancel it and do all that stuff. Like, so I mean, I'm willing to wait. Yes, yes, it's a little bit of a drag, but yeah, I don't mind waiting, but it's so nice of Larry Graves to offer to do that for me. But like, no, no, I mean, I am thankful for him, and otherwise, I might have jumped on that, but nah, no, I wouldn't do that. I'll wait. It'll be just the sweeter the prize when I get it. And yeah, and still I want to. Even though I could listen to it on Spotify, I still kind of feel like I want to hold off. I really want to hold off. Oh, yes. I want to put hear that. That's why I like to buy music in person when possible. Yeah, me too. Exactly. I love having that physical copy. Like I don't know, like even though I already had the album, when I seen this, I just couldn't resist. I like the having a physical copy of the videos to be able to put it in my DVD player and I can watch the videos anytime I want. That always tickles me that I can do that now. Like like if you would have asked me in the 80s, okay, when I first seen Suzanne Vega and started watching her videos, that I would actually own her videos on DVD one day, I would have never thought so, you know. So yeah, it's cool. Or even owning the videos, these videos. I never thought I was going to ever own some of these videos ever. So I'm thankful for that very much. And what else I want to talk about? Again, anything you guys want to talk about, just bring it up and we'll start a discussion. That's what I'm here for. This is music talk with Mo. So let's talk music. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to. I'm throwing. I gotta throw that in the box because I need to listen to Aqualung. I need to listen to that. I need to redeem my. I was disappointed, of course. The thing with Jethro Tull, why I had a certain bias against them, is because how could they beat out Metallica? How could they beat out Metallica at the awards? At the Grammys. Like I was so sure that Metallica was going to win that. I was 100% positive. So when Metallica did not win and Jethro Tull took the took it, like what, like I had never even heard of Jethro Tull. I've heard of it, but I never heard anything of Jethro Tull really before that. That's when it was put on my radar, and I think I kind of had a bias against Jethro Tull ever since. So I'm going to try to put that bias aside and give Jethro Tull a real thorough, because I know people enjoy it, and I'm sure I'm going to love Aqualung. I really like the title track. I love that song. So I can't see me having a problem with it. And even Thick as a Brick, I do want to give that another, another try. But I'm sure that there's something about that those albums. Once they click for me, once I'm like, okay, now I'm getting into the feel of it, the mood of it. But yeah, so I'm opening up. I'm still opening up my horizons to music that I would have otherwise in the past been kind of like, no, I like this, and I'm not. I don't have time for no. I'm always willing to open my mind to other possibilities, especially when it comes to my favorite subject on the planet, when it comes to music. So, any more questions? Any more music talk? Anything you want to know about my if I have this or if I have that? Because I do have a lot of stuff. Um, I I'm not sure which. I haven't really listened to much Genesis. I'm more familiar with with the Phil Collins Genesis more than the Peter Gabriel Genesis stuff. And mostly, again, it's because Much Music at the time, I heard way more stuff from yeah yeah. I've heard more of Genesis stuff from Phil Collins than I have of Peter Gabriel. But I like Peter Gabriel. I like a lot of his I like a lot of his music. So why wouldn't I like the rest of it? You know, Foxtrot. Okay, yeah, yeah. I think that's one of oops. Yeah, I think that's one of Larry's favorite albums from them too. So I think that would be a good place to start. So Genesis Foxtrot. Yeah, I have a Genesis T-shirt. I'm actually wearing my Jimi Hendrix T-shirt. Sweater. It's my long sleeve sweater, but the sleeves rolled up. Getting nicer out. It's nice. It's getting warmer. Can't wait for full blown summer to get here. But yeah, I want to get into some more Genesis for sure. I think Genesis is a decent band, and I'm sure there's going to be a couple of albums. Again, I don't know if I'm going to get all of the Genesis albums. Same thing with Frank Zappa. I want the main stuff, the top stuff, but there's so much. I mean, there's so much Frank Zappa that I don't think I'm going to ever fall that far into that rabbit hole. I know most of the Zappa I'm going to get, but yeah, there's like what 70 over 70 albums that you can get for Zappa of all kinds and shapes and sizes, and you know so I just kind of want to get the important stuff. Same thing with the Rolling Stones. I don't think I'm going to get everything of Rolling Stones. I don't think I'm going to get everything of Genesis. Oh, yeah. That would For me, if I was going to rank all the Frank Zappa, if I were to get all the Frank Zappas, you know how long it would take? You know how long that would take? First of all, to get all the Frank Zappas, so it would be like maybe a year or two before I can even do the ranking, right? And then when I do the ranking, that's going to take probably like 10 different chapters, and each chapter is probably going to be 25 minutes each because there's so much to get through. Yeah, yeah, that'd be an undertaking. I think for me, and you know me, sometimes like I've been practicing, as you can see with the last couple of videos. I did 3 videos yesterday. That's me also practicing making those shorter form videos, keeping it under 10 minutes as much as possible. You know, I like the longer form videos too, and I know I have some subscribers who likes them also, and I do want to do more of those, but I gotta also mix in a lot of these smaller, 7 minute, 8 minute videos too, because I think sometimes smaller bites makes it easier to digest rather than taking big mouthfuls of content. I like using the reference of eating, when it comes to content, because when you consume content, you're trying to take the nutrients from it. You're trying to take the nourishment from it, that what gives you what opens up some serotonin in your brain. um, gives you that hit of dopamine when you get that album and you find that album that you really want. That's the power of music. Music has such power to move us. And I mean, that's why they use it so effectively in movies. You watch a scene that doesn't have the music to draw your heartstrings, and when they put that sad music or that eerie music or whatever in the background, it informs you of how you should be feeling about the scene more than the scene itself sometimes. Yeah, back to Sparks. Absolutely. Yes, I totally agree. It is. Yeah, I actually really like that song. I wasn't sure how I felt about that song the first time I heard it. I thought it was a little too artsy fartsy from my taste, but it's so good. It's such a good song, and I do actually really love it. That's such a good album, though. Hippopotamus is such a great album. I do like that song. It's one of the better songs off the album for sure. But it is definitely prog with violins. You got it. I mean, again, a band that tackles can tackle so many different genres and nail the genres. Yeah, I mean, of course, you get those bands who are one note ponies that they stick on the same formula. I mean, I know AC/DC has been pigeonholed into that category of being a one note pony, that all their albums sort of do sound the same. There is some distinction. I mean, thankfully, there's not a lot, so I can complete my collection. I'm only need one more studio album and one more live album, and I have everything. But yeah, when it comes to, but yeah, I lost my train of thought. Okay, but that doesn't matter. We're going to continue back to Sparks. Yeah. Oh yeah, Prague. We're talking about Prague, and I was like, some people okay. Bringing back Aqualung. According to Glenn Calloway, this is not Prague, but yeah, we're talking about different genres. Have bands doing different genres and one note ponies. When it comes to creativity, Jethro Tull is very creative, in my opinion, and so is Metallica. But we can't compare them to Tull. They are equally as creative in different ways. Absolutely, Robert. That's my friend, my great friend Robert Cormier. Don't let the Rainier Roby show fool you, because that's not the real name on there. That's my great friend Robert Cormier, who performs with Francine McClure, and they do a very awesome Acadian folk kind of music that I'm really getting into. And if you would have asked me 10 years ago to get into Acadian folk music, I probably I would have scoffed probably at it. But now I'm so open mind to it, and I actually enjoy it. You know, but like I was saying earlier, Robert. Okay, I've been listening to this one. Yeah, I really like this. I find this album, and the other one too, the two I bought, are just as solid as anything else you can buy in the stores from mainstream bands. I find this album is so well produced and so well put together. I love the genres jumps that they do in it, because a lot of it is reminiscent of other bands, but they're just putting it in such a twist to it. I'm very much enjoying this album. I think it's awesome, awesome. So yeah, so I am yeah. I Again, it depends on what you're looking for the type of music. There's those bands that is that one note pony. their albums pretty much sound similar throughout, and some people can say that about the Ramones, but I still want all the Ramones. I don't care if every album sort of sounds similar. It's when you seek out the distinctiveness from each of the albums, and look at what makes them different and makes them unique in themselves. That's when you find the true beauty, because it's too easy to say, oh, this album sounds a little bit like this album. It's good that bands change up, which is also another huge reason why Sparks gravitated to me very quickly. It's because of their creativity, because of their whimsical, tongue-in-cheek humor that they have, but they tackle different genres, and like appropriately. Even the lesser albums. Hmm. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, the Moon Tunes, super talented. But I equally liked Mike Trask. Mike Trask was just as good. That was rocking. And I thought a lot of his vocals did remind me quite a bit of Tom Waits. And I've been listening to some cool Tom Waits songs lately that I thought was really good, really good. Um, there's you want to hear a really fun. I really love this song of Tom Waits. Okay, this is one recommendation for a Tom Waits song that I thought was awesome when I heard it. Okay, just recently, it's it's Hell Broke Loose, and loose is spelled Luce. Hell Broke Loose by Tom Waits. Oh, that had me going. That had me like, yeah. There's just something about it. The way he, yeah, it was so good. Yeah, no, no. I have two different albums of King Crimson, and they are very different from each other, like very different from each other. But I love them equally. I have, yeah, like the two studio albums I have is of course Court of the Crimson King, and of course that should not be signed. That somebody marked them all up. I would love to get an original copy that's not marked up with CHMA on there. But Thrax, this is Thrax. I love it. I love it just as much as this. I might even like this a little bit better than this. I understand with this. Let's see here. The only thing I've heard with Tom Waits is Tommy the Cat. Yeah, that's of course it's Primus. That's on Primus. Yeah, yeah, he did that. He did Tommy the Cat with Primus. If that's your only foray with Tom Waits, I highly suggest I Don't Want to Grow Up by Tom Waits. The video is very, very cool. Oh yes, yeah. Well, I know that. Yeah, Mike Trask did produce Francine's album La Ballade de Jean Mal, so it is cool. Yes, I keep hearing people, say I should get into a Van der Graaf generator. I still haven't had a chance to get around to that. Again, there's so much stuff, so much music I do want to get to. But it is on my mind and I haven't seen it yet. Because when I browse through the CDs, whether I'm at whatever, doesn't matter what record store, used CDs or new CDs, I go through all the aisles. I look through all the music. I don't just go gravitate to one area or another. I go through everything. And when something that has been suggested to me or recommended to me pops up, I do look. I do like. Okay, that was suggested to me. I'm going to take it out. That's what happened with the Jethro Tull. I was going through everything, and as soon as I got to the Jays, and like I saw Jethro Tull, I looked and they have Aqualung. I'll get Aqualung, so I got it. When it comes to music, I'm not one of those people that's gonna be like, oh, I still want to make sure that I want like, but I got so much I got so much stuff, space for music. Speaking of space for music, look what I gotta get this off of there first, but look what I just got today. Uh, I got yet another CD tower. Yeah, I need some Uriah Heep and some Grand Funk. I have a greatest hits. I have a greatest hits of Grand Funk. Okay, I do need more Grand Funk for sure. I do like them, and yes, I need to listen to some Uriah Heep. I know I would enjoy them too. I mean, so much of those old bands like that, like yeah, there's so much old bands I like. Okay, her Uriah Heep, I need to get into. Procol Harum, I probably need to get into. Nectar, I should probably get into. You know, my I have a list. I do have a mental list of things I want. Plus, I had written down when I was doing my iconic album series. I was writing down all these albums that I want to get, and I still have that list, and I'm keeping that list. And when I get the stuff off of that, and then yeah, just stuff off that list. As soon as I see it, I'm going to check it off. Absolutely, 'cause I want music. Like I said, like I was just saying, I ended up getting a new just today. I got a new CD rack, and I like that it's thin. I can put it in a corner somewhere. I just don't want to. Yeah, I mean, today I spent a good portion of the day organizing and throwing things out and cleaning up. So within this week here, yeah, I'm going to be making a very big effort of cleaning up and I'm reorganizing all my CDs. I really want to set it up in a different way that makes it just a little bit easier for me to access the ones that I want and keeping certain genres together. Hey Jay Miller, when am I growing my mustache back? October, from between middle of October to about like probably mid spring. You know, for a good 4 or 5 months, I will have like this winter coming. Okay, I'm not just going to have the mustache next year. I'm going to have the mustache and the beard. I'm going to have the full thing. Still going to keep shaving my head. But from like I'm gonna make a full beard this time, a full beard, a full mustache. So I'm gonna let it grow like bushy. I mean, just the mustache was pretty cool, and I did like that. But I really do want to see what I look, because the previous year before, I just kind of had just that area, just in the front. So I had all that shaved and the sides shaved, but I want to. But yeah, next year, starting mid October, a big bushy one. Oh yeah, me too. Me too. I'm very curious what I look like with that beard. And if I really like it, if I really, really like it, and when I had that mustache, I was pretty amazed at how little it actually itched. I've gotten used to wearing it, and so that I was reluctant. I was really reluctant to shave it for sure. I do love CCR, and I will be getting some CCR. I want it all. I want all the CCR stuff because there's not a song that I've heard from them that I didn't like. So yeah, I will be getting all the CCR eventually. Again, my list is pretty extensive of bands I need to get, but they are up there on there. They are on the list for sure. And so, any other questions? I will entertain any question about music that you have. And if I don't know it, if I don't know the band, I will say I don't know this band. I can't form an opinion about that. I'm not familiar enough. And it's funny how growing up that you get preview to all these bands, but there's these peripheral bands that you were aware of that were there, but you just never had that interest. And it just takes you know developing your musical taste for you to widen that scope. And yeah, just opens up. My question would be, okay, if now this is a hypothetical question. If I were to live forever, okay, I was eternal, I could live forever. How long would it take me, say if I was able to listen to 4 hours of music per day, okay? Like full albums, 4 hours of music per day. How long would it take me to listen to all the good music that I want to listen to? Good question. Where is Larry and Glenn? I would probably get them on my channel and have them talk with me for sure. I'm sure they're busy doing their own thing, and there'll be other days where I'll be going back on with Larry and everything. I'm going to be. I know Monty Mullen wants to do a get together for the new Sparks album. I want to see if I can't join that conversation for sure because I'm a big Sparks fan. Hopefully, Paul Barrett from Meta Sparks will be joining too. I know Larry's going to be there, so I love watching Monty Mullins his little interviews and stuff. I love this channel. So, but yeah, Glenn and Larry. Yeah, no, they're not here right now, but if they were, I would invite them on for sure. Absolutely. They're always welcome. Well, I've been going almost an hour. I still want to keep going for a little while longer. I'm enjoying the conversation so far. So if you want to keep the conversation going, again, ask me some questions, music related. So hey, Robert, if you're still watching, look what I ended up getting from Susan across the hall. She left that behind because she's moving out of there. So I ended up grabbing that. I need to get that. I need to get yes. Uh, Back to the band Can Tago Mago because I played because I was playing. Is that up there? Yeah. Where did I put? I gotta get that out. Where is that? Do I have it here? Yeah, of course I do. It's right here. Because I played that today. This just for this here. That's an hour and 20 minutes long. It takes the full length of the CD. This is a great listen. I enjoy every song on this. It has such a vibe. It has such a mood to it. This is a great band. I definitely need to get Tago Mago. I have not heard it. The two that I own, I have Future Days and I have Monster Movie. Those are the two that I own, and I do love them. I keep itching to want to play them, and I have played them multiple times. I had played Monster Movie maybe last week. At the last one I played, so I am looking forward to playing some more. There's so much. Sometimes I just like I want to play that, I'll play that, and then sometimes I'll force myself to play other things that I should be listening to. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What it has, Robert. It has pretty much everything. Abbreviated, use punctuations. Has every key uh key to entry, then the dictionary of terms, and then it has basically a second part of it is a dictionary of all the composers of all kinds of composers and stuff. And at the end, you have some charts. You have charts in that at the end, and yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So yeah, I'm stoked to have that. I will be using that extensively for sure. Like I said too, like I've been working on Metal Guru's on his song too here and there, and I found the tones I'm looking for. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about two thirds of the way through creating that song for Metal Guru. Um, I'm still learning, so I want to see if I can't actually write down all the, like, learning how to write down the notes and putting the timing in, like whether I want to have it at a, what time signature do I want to put it in. I still haven't figured that out. I'm still kind of working on the chords and the scales, and yeah. I want it to sound like heavy metal, but it's not going to sound like, like heavy metal. It's not going to sound like Metallica or anything. But I'm going to try to give it some weird kind of industrial sound a little bit, but try to still keep it sounding heavy. Oh, I'm just noticing some detail with my rack. That's cool. So yeah, the top three slots is for the thicker CD. Oh, top four slots. Oh, that's nice and handy. That's gonna, yeah. So I got to figure out where to put that, and yeah, I think I have a. I think, will that fit right there? Will that actually fit right there? Well, I'll be darned. That's a perfect height. I found the perfect spot. I found the perfect spot for it already. That's awesome. I like African drum beats, yes, and while organ playing. Yeah. That's can because they do have a lot of, like, especially with Future Days. You listen to that, like that title track, for example. Yeah, it's very rhythmic. It's very, and I love how the rhythm kind of slowly builds up in that song. It's really great. Music. Francine has a music dictionary also, but not the same one. Oh no, no, I'm sure there's different kinds. I love the size of it. It's like a little tiny pocket one. Look, it's no bigger than my hand. It's actually, a little smaller in my hand. So it's something you fit right in your back pocket, and yeah, I'm going to treasure this. This is fantastic. So yeah, no, coming back to the African drum beats. Ooh, ooh. Yes, I do actually like Talking Heads. Psychic Killer, Kiss to See. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I do need to get some Talking Heads. I like that stuff for sure. As the days go by. Yeah. Again, there's so much music. If How long would it take a lifetime, if you could live to sample all the music in the world, you know, just say, okay, just say if you were to listen to the music you want to hear 24-hour days, like anything that's at least you know, an 80%, like an 8 out of 10 or better, okay? How long would it take you to listen to everything? A concert film? Stop making sense. From who? From talking? Oh, from Talking Heads. Okay, okay, yeah. That I would enjoy that. Again, if sometimes I like to go and check the DVDs and see what they have for music DVDs, because I have picked up some in the past, like the last one I had. I felt, well, yeah. So because I have that Franz Ferdinand that has like three different types of shows on it of from the very first Franz Ferdinand album. It's a companion piece to that, and if it's similar to stuff like that, yeah, I love stuff like that. I always keep an eye out for any type of DVD set or like music DVD sets or anything that has videos in it. If I like with like I said, I'm to bring that up again. Like with the Michael Jackson 25th anniversary edition here, to have those videos, I don't know. It was I had that on this morning watching that, okay, and it was just like it brought such nostalgia, and it made me giddy. It made me giddy, you know, like the Sparks song. I was getting giddy. So so it's like I don't know. I have such fond memories of the '80s, and it's such, you know, as hard as it was too at the time. You know, if people say, "Oh, I like to go back in the past," you know, you don't. You tend to want to remember the good times, and you kind of want to forget the bad times. You don't realize just that's the great thing of having good memories. It The more good memories that you have of nostalgia of your past, the less bad memories will intrude. 'Cause that's the thing about music. It really stacks on the good memories and kind of buries those bad memories. That's what makes music nourishing. It just yeah, I music makes the world go around. It's the soundtrack of our lives. It has the power to That's why I'm always kind of mystified by people who are not into music. You ask somebody, well, "What's your favorite band?" And they say, I don't listen to, I don't kind of, I'm not into music. It's just pretty much background noise to me." I'm like, I can't even imagine what it'd be like to, you know, yeah, I can't even imagine that. Music is such an integrated aspect of my life. You know, I think the vibrational frequency of music has the power to lift us out of our, it's higher vibrational frequencies that open up everything. I looked at that. I've looked at that a few times to get that. I was thinking about getting that for sure. Yeah, yeah, okay. So I would get the 2006 the best import sound. Oh, yeah. I do want to get that the greatest hits for sure. Yep, absolutely. So now I looked at that a few times, and I picked it up and I looked at it, but I want to get the studio albums first. That's where that's where I'm at, you know. Hmm. But but I might get that. I might get that. I know they have it at Sunrise. Yeah, I might pick that up next this weekend coming being payday, and getting pretty decent hours, you know. So yeah, I mean I can afford it now if I want, but I like to keep a certain amount in my account right now. I don't want to go under a certain amount regardless. I have all my currency budgeted. I have my entertainment budget. I have the bills, and then I have what I have saved. And and they're everything is going perfect, you know, perfect. So I'm ahead on everything. I nothing is owed right now, so I'm happy. That always makes me happy. So yes, Stop Making Sense is a great concert movie. Yeah, I need to get more Yes stuff too. But yeah, concert movies, videos, like any kind of videos I can find. And the way it starts out with a cheap boombox, as the concert progresses, musicians keep multiplying. Oh, I like that idea. That is cool. That is cool. Um, I think Rush did that for one of their. I think it was their. They did a tour. I think it was their 40th anniversary tour where Rush kind of during the concert, okay, they start off with modern like a modern show, and as the show is like song by song, as they're going, they start with some new material, and they would go backwards in time, okay, and start playing earlier and earlier stuff. People would come out on the stage and start taking some of the stage away and start bringing other props and changing the stages as the concert is going on to represent, you know, going back into the past. And I thought that was pretty cool. But I like that idea, starting with a cheap boombox, and as the concert progresses, musicians keep multiplying as the concert progresses. I like that idea. That would be an interesting show to watch. Yeah, definitely would want to get that. Absolutely. I think that'd be cool. Anything else you guys want to talk about? You know? Yeah. Um, but yeah, when it comes to I'm not opposed to getting more DVDs, of proper DVDs. No, I was looking at my DVD collection of my just like movies and stuff and that. I can get rid of maybe over half of my DVD collection. I am, like I've been saying, I am nowhere near ready at all to start getting rid of any CDs. I cannot part with a single one except for that soft cells. That soft cell CD is the only one that I can get rid of. I don't need it. I will never listen to it. If I really want to hear that, Tainted Love, I have it on a compilation, and it's the actual song. So yeah, because I'm not a soft cells fan. I have discovered. I tried listening to it, and it's not a go for me. But yeah, but again, I'm always open to new music, and always, Robert. Anytime there's a show and that on a day where I'm not working, especially on a Friday or a Saturday, I will have the money to go. I do want to go see more live, acts. I'll even read like if uh Dugasno bitch is playing any like more shows. I want to go see them. If of course if uh if Great Balancing Act is doing some more shows, I want to see them. I've been dying to go back to Pot de Mush, and see a show up there. I miss I like talking to Mario and stuff. You, oh yes. Why was I saying? Because you said yes, but stop making sense. Yeah, stop. How did I mix that up? Of course. Ethan was talking about. Uh, of course, he was talking about Talking Heads. He mentioned stop making sense, but and I didn't make that connection when you said yes. Stop making sense. So it is Talking Heads. Oh, that actually makes more sense because I stopped making sense. But yeah, that of course is a Talking Head movie. I should have made that connection. Yeah, yeah. So Brian Eno and David Byrne, My Life in the Bush of Ghosts, great experimental music. Ooh, I'd be interested in that. Again, I like weird and wacky music. I like when people like try to take you out of your comfort zone but in a good way. You know, I'm sure there's bands that took people like I guarantee that and people who've heard this, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, hearing the first Black Sabbath album, the debut album, that would have been so that would have been so mind blowing at the time. Yeah, so like it would have been because it's experimental. It would have been experimental. Like, what was their inspiration? What was really their inspiration? Was it just because of Tony Iommi's playing style, or was it because of Ozzy's, perfect vocals that made, that gave him that sound? Because that original album has a sound that they don't really quite capture again in any other album. I mean, they progress and they got some really good other albums, but when it comes to that debut album, you know, yeah. But yeah, David, again, it's just me thinking about experiencing new stuff because yeah, I need to experience new stuff. Uh, like I want my mind to be blown like people's heads were when they first heard Sergeant Pepper's, or when they first heard the first Black Sabbath, when they first heard, um, this or that, and King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard kind of did that to me. Sparks kind of did that to me. Kind of like, whoa, where were you guys all my life? Why did I not know about you before? Sorry. Let me respond to this. I heard the opening riff to Black Sabbath was inspired by the classical song Mars, the Bringer of War. Not sure how true that is. Eh, me, there's probably a lot of truth to it. It's probably, again, inspiration comes from so many sources, so many sources. You never know where an inspiration. A lot of, yeah. There's a lot of. I have watched pretty much recently too. A lot of videos where artists is telling people, this is where this song came from. This is where that song came from. This is where I got this riff. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely you gotta go to Patamusha and see some good shows. Again, it's like Mario is such a cool guy. I have to, I like talking with him. I actually miss the place when I'm not, I keep thinking of, I wish it was closer. I wish it was a closer place to, for me to bike there. That's an hour and a half bike ride, and if I wanted to go and bike ride there to see a show, just saying, okay, and and then I would have to bike back. But if it's a nice nice warm night, you know, and look, me and my brother a couple of years ago, we at at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, took a bike ride all the way to Shediac to the Giant Lobster and back. Overnight. We didn't get back home until like 7 o'clock in the morning. We were on the Lobster at 4:20, doing the 4:20 thing. So so it's not a stretch for me to be able to bike up there, spend some time enjoying a show, and biking back. Doesn't matter if it's nighttime or not. I have plenty of blinky lights on my bike and that, and I have a lot of reflectors and stuff. So I'm they can see me. So, but no, if you guys are going, yeah, absolutely. I just wish it was closer because I love the atmosphere there. I love the artistry. I loved all the paintings. I loved all, you know, it's, I find, yeah, just there's a positive vibrational frequency in that spot that Mario and the spot and the artwork just kind of amplifies. And yeah, I feel happy when I'm there. It's a happy place. So, and when you find a happy place, you want to spend some time there. Absolutely. So I say, if you haven't really looked into local bands and local venues to check out some local bands, I highly suggest doing so. It gives you the opportunity to get out more, not to be stuck inside so much. I've been discovering such great music. So Francine McClure will be performing at the Moncton Rotary Rib Fest on, yeah, June 21st, Saturday, from 2 p.m. to first day of summer. Yes, June 21st is the first day of summer. Absolutely. And I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll go with you guys. If I wouldn't miss that. You just let me know how much it is to go, and I'll pay that. There's no problem there at all. Yeah, that'd be fun. Because it's not just going to be her playing. There's going to be other people too, right? So yeah, yeah. Mm. Ooh, out of out of this world. So by Gustav Holst. I am writing that name down so I don't forget it. Because yeah, so it's yeah, Gustav Holst. Yeah, okay. And oh, out of this world. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to hear that for sure, especially if it's the some inspiration for Black Sabbath on the big stage, of course, with a big sound system. Getting excited, yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely for sure. Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, I saw you on a like at the Aberdeen Center. I thought you sounded great there. I thought you sounded fantastic. You know, like a full, yeah, like a power trio. But with the instruments that you guys use. So yeah, you guys are wonderful for what you guys do. You have you know you do have some devoted fans for sure. So I'd be proud of what you guys do. You know, right, absolutely. So yeah, that I like that. I'll be checking that out for sure, for sure, for sure. So I'm going to go for just another 10 more minutes. So any last questions you want to know? Anything you want to I can talk about? Yeah. So let me know, and then I'll start winding down. I got some stuff to. I still got some stuff to do. I still have some. I still have some organizing left to do because I didn't want to miss doing my show at 4 for sure. You know, but I'm in the middle of cleaning up. I and yeah, it feels actually. It's such a relief too. Again, it sets off that serotonin. You know, my roommate was telling me it sets off that serotonin knowing that you're doing something positive. And so I got a lot of junk out of here. I still need to mop the floor, sweep up and mop the floor and everything. And I've dusted everywhere. I have some more shelving units that I'm able to put in my closet, so it's going to give me some more space. I'm happy with that. And German composer, The Planet Suite. The Planet Suite. Okay, I'll write that down. I'm sure if I put that in the search, it will something will come up. The Planet Suite. So that's still from I'm assuming that's still from the Gustav Holst. So if that is, I'll be checking that out too for sure. So yeah, no, I love that. I love that. That won't take that I'll be doing that immediately after I'm done with this here. Do I have a Blu-ray machine? Not yet, but I'm on. Yeah, I'm most likely going to be getting one like within the next week or so. Because I keep saying it and I keep forgetting to get one, but I'll be looking to get a Blu-ray player. Don't know where I want to find. I'm sure I can find them cheap enough or inexpensive enough. I don't want to say cheap, inexpensive enough at Walmart, and it might just be enough to do my needs for me. Uh, I would console. Okay, getting a console. I know playing video games, it would make me want to play video games. It would make me lazier. I would do so much less content because of it. You know, I want to listen to music, and I want to. Like I said, I've been playing my Star Trek, the Next Generation DVDs, and I'm able to do other stuff at the same time. I'm able, like, I can look up when the action, or because I know the shows very well. I can look up at the right moments and get certain actions, you know, that I want to see. But but I don't need to pay 100% attention to it. It's more passive playing, but I'm still paying attention. I'm still very aware of what's going on and everything. but I can draw. I can do other little things here and there, and it's not obtrusive. So same thing with music. I need to play more music. I've been kind of slowly cutting back on being on YouTube all the time. It's a little bit too addictive. Oh, oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't. It's free for you, and there will be other artists. We are second in line on that on on there. Okay, okay. Um, and Sony are cheap at Best Buys. Yeah, I like Sony. I have a good track record with Sony. So Best Buy. Yep, I'll be checking. Great advice. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'll go to Best Buy and I'll check there because I do need a Blu-ray player. That'd be ideal. Because like I said, I do have a couple of things in Blu-ray that I can't play right yet until I get a Blu-ray player. I'll show you what they are. There's just a couple of things. Um, there's this, yeah, there's this, and then there's this. Because this is Blu-ray. This Opiate Squared from Tool. That's Blu-ray. I didn't know. I bought it and when I opened it up and I looked at the CD, I thought it was a CD. I thought it was like kind of like a new recording of the album Opiate, of the EP Opiate. But no, it's a Blu-ray, just one video for one song. It's like a remix of a complete remix of Opiate. It's cool, but I need a Blu-ray player, and I also have, again, featuring Maynard James Keenan, his other band Pussifer, live at the Arco Santi. This is also has a Blu-ray disc. It's the exact same show, and it sounds exactly the same as the CD. Okay, because they recorded this during the pandemic, right? So there's no audience. There's no cheering. There's no background sounds. They're outside in different locations performing the songs, all the songs from Existential Reckoning, because it's basically a live performance, but it sounds like a studio. It sounds like a different studio mix. I like this. I find this sounds better, actually better than the actual album, the studio album. So I need a Blu-ray player to get that. Yes, to be able to play that, and then I probably pick up some more Blu-rays for sure. Or like when I buy DVDs, I'll buy a. All right, okay. What's this? Somebody just spammed me. Jay Uso, Michael Hushy. Yeah, I don't know why you're spamming everything. I'm only going to show one of those. So yeah. I, yeah. So yeah, what's with the Jay Uso? I'm writing that down. I don't know what that is and why you had to spam that, but it's fine. It's fine. Um, Actually, you know what? Because you guys are awesome. I know what I want to do. Can I do that here? No, I can't do that here. Um, I wanna what I want to make. I want to do. Okay, I'm just randomly putting on a comment. I want to see if I can't make Doug here and Ethan moderators. Yeah, when I get a chance, I want to make both of you moderators on here, because I know there's a couple of other people I have as moderators here. I know Larry Graves is a moderator, so if I can't, yeah, I want to see if I can't make you guys moderators. Because yeah, I'm not sure why there's so much. Like, look at that. If you can see, you guys probably can see on the side there, all J there is uh, and right in the middle there, I got some. What's amazing is that you have five speaker sound system. It sounds mind blowing with a Blu-ray. I wish I had a sound system. I wish I had 5.1 surround sound, or even Dolby Atmos. That would be so awesome. But yeah, this I don't know who you are, Michael Hushy, but you really want me to see you know tell me something about Jay Uso. I don't know. I'll check it. I'll search for that after and see what that's all about. Since you're making such a big deal about it, you must have at least a good 50, yeah, about 50 little comments here, just on repeat, repeat, repeat. So yeah, yeah. Um, and there we go. That's, yeah. Yep. Good. Okay. Good. Oh, yeah. Because again, I'm not sure what he's talking about. Yeah, it's weird. Just I'm not crazy for that. Okay, let's see if I'm not missing any comments here. That was weird. I had to put time out on that. But if he's banned, yeah, that's good too. Because yeah, don't be spamming something like that. Because I don't know what that is. I have no idea if that's a corn nub, or anything to do with corn nub. I don't want it. Yeah, I don't even want to acknowledge that. No, yeah. I'm pretty sure it is a troll. It must have been a troll. It's like, what, out of nowhere. Just, yeah, he just started really putting uh, all this content down there. It's like, nope, nope. All right, I think I've talked long enough. Where I think we're exhausting the chat here. I mean, I probably could go longer if you guys can bring up some really good topics to talk about. I am getting a little kind of rundown. Like I said, I was doing some cleaning all day, and wanted to, but again, I want to go live next weekend too if I can, especially once the weather clears up. I'll be doing some live chats on my phone out in the wild, so I'll be walking around. I can show you some sights and that. So that's what I want to do. So I'm going to be going live again the next possible time. I want to thank everybody who dropped in and out of my live chat here. So leave me comments if after I'm done posting this. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys think and everything. I'll set everything up when I post it, and yeah, look forward to some more lives in the future. Definitely, I do love doing this. I love interacting with you. I wish I could interact with some more of my great fans out there and awesome subscribers. You know how much I love everybody out there. So okay. So again, thank you all for showing up, the ones that did, and everybody who's going to be watching this after the fact. If you're watching this after it's posted, so if you have not subscribed to my channel, this is for people who haven't subscribed yet. Please do, because I will love you forever and greatly appreciate it. And thank you. I'm glad that you had a good time. Like I said, I want to do this much more. I do. I had some rock magazines in the past. I had a couple. I had a Revolver issue of All About Tool, but that ended up getting lost. But I do wish I had more. The only kind of literature The only literature I have about bands and stuff right now is with Tool and Sparks with these on tracks. That's all I pretty much have at the moment. So next time, yeah, the next time I go on live, I'll talk a little bit about these next time I go live. So, but when yeah, I would. I used to collect a lot of rock magazines as a kid, like Hit Parader, Circus magazines, and the such. I thought I really enjoyed those back in days, and I'll talk more about those too next time I'm on online. So yeah, I will be doing this again. If you don't be afraid to hit the like button on your way out. Absolutely. Leave me comments. You know, I'm glad everybody came and chatted with me in the everybody that came and chatted with me in the chat line here. Again, thank you. And okay, I'm done. So everybody, be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody. And end stream and bye.